very pleased and I must say very proud to show you Mobile Connect, because I find that Mobile Connect is a very good example of a simple, free, secure, and universal kind of service that operators can bring to make their customers' life easier. Everyone knows that in the digital world, as it is today, there are a lot of dangers, there are a lot of holes, there are a lot of opportunities for some people to try to steal personal data. And everyone knows also that the daily life of our users can be sometimes a little painful, not to say headache, when you want to use a lot of different online services. And in fact, by creating Mobile Connect, we started from a user case, very simple, and we tried to see how our skills, our major asset, which is the SIM card, can be really useful for our customers. So I suggest maybe to start with the first of those slides, which describes something that I imagine most of you, or even all of you, have experienced in your life, which is the user journey that you have to accomplish when you want to access to an internet service. What do you have to do? Most of the time you have to access with the login and with a password. And of course, each different service is a new login and a new password. So in fact, you have basically two options. Either you take the same password for all the services that you use, and everyone can imagine that it is a little risky strategy. It's to some extent the same thing as if you had one key to open all your doors, your cars, your premises. Or you have a different login and password for each of your services, and then of course you have to remember all those different and very often complicated login and passwords. So you have to write them somewhere, or you have to put them in a virtual place, but in any case you are at risk, and your daily life can be a little bit complicated. So in face of this situation, we have created yes, maybe another point that I want to emphasize is that this situation creates a huge vulnerability regarding the personal data that you put in the network. Because of course, the login password that you use transits all the time through the networks to go to service provider systems. And this is done most of the time without any encryption, which makes it very easy to intercept. So clearly, this situation creates a high risk of piracy of personal data. On top of that, most of the time the login that you use is your email address. And so, and as you know, with the email address, it's very easy then to retrieve any password. So, the solution that we propose today is Mobile Connect. Mobile Connect, as I mentioned earlier, is free, simple, largely secured, because based on the SIM card, and universal authentication solution to access any of online services. How does it work? In fact, it works very simply, and for the user, it's as simple as knowing your phone number and a PIN code, like the PIN code that you use when you open your phone. Mobile Connect relies on a SIM application, so downloaded or pre-installed on the SIM card. And in fact, when a service provider needs to identify its user, it simply requests him, the user, to enter his mobile number and then a PIN code, which is chosen and known exclusively by the user. It is not put online, it is not in the network, it's only in the user's mind. The customer journey is particularly fluid and simple, because in fact with Mobile Connect, the user never gets out of the application that he has opened. For instance, here you have a user case with our friends from Deezer. Thanks to Mobile Connect, you enter into your service, then you have a pop-up asking for the PIN code, and once it is done, you are in the service, and none of your personal authentication data has been sent into the network. This is why we think that this Mobile Connect solution is definitely the most secured way to authenticate the service users. Your PIN code is always the same, regardless of the service provider. It is known only by the user and by its SIM card. The customer is the only one to choose this code once and for all. So very simple and very secure. It is a unique key, in fact, to access any digital services, but it is a key that you have in your mind exactly as a PIN code for a Visa card or for opening your phone. And then maybe the last slide to say that Mobile Connect is also a universal solution. It works under any technology, 2G, 3G, 4G. It's a very, very attractive solution and opportunity for emergent countries, emergent markets, because it will work on any kind of device. It will be used from any categories of device, phones, smartphones, PCs, tablets, but also TVs, connected TVs, ATM, or any other form of access devices, as long as it has a numeric keypad. So it's a very universal solution, technically very simple, totally safe, and we think that this Mobile Connect service can really make our customers' life easier. We are today a number of operators that have decided to enter into Mobile Connect, but I'm sure that in a very short period of time we will have a lot more, and that we'll be able to offer this Mobile Connect solution to several billions of people.